low and slow. That's how I usually like my brisket. But sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a barbecue beef brisket in your pressure cooker. I'm going to show you how it's done. Alright guys, as you can see right here, I have a brisket, and what you're going to be needing to have is about a 3.5 to a 4 pound brisket flat. And I've just been kind of had this in a little bit of a marinade. I wouldn't call this a marinade. Actually, it's a dry rub. Use your favorite kind of dry rub. If you want to know this dry rub that I use, I will leave a link in the description to the blog post about this, and I'll also put the ingredients of the rub in the description. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this in half just so it will fit into the pressure cooker. Another thing I want to mention here before we cut this in half is this is the fat cap side, and I have trimmed it down slightly to about 1/8 of an inch thick. As you can see, we've cut this brisket in half, and now we're going to go ahead and transfer it into our pressure cooker. First step, make sure your trivet is in your pressure cooker, and we're going to add 1 cup of water to the bottom of this pan, or this pot. I'm going to take our brisket, we're going to put 1 in there, just like that. That fat cap is facing you. We're going to take the other slice of brisket there. We're going to put it right on top of it. It already looks beautiful there. Okay, we're going to go ahead. We're going to put the lid on it. We're going to pressure this on high for 75 minutes, and we're going to let the pressure come down naturally. So our pressure just went down. We let it come down naturally. So this is the finished product. I've let it sit here for, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes just to let the steam settle down so it didn't fog up the lens. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to baste this with our favorite barbecue sauce, and we're going to put it on the grill. If you don't want to do it on the grill, baste it with your favorite barbecue sauce and put it in the broiler. All right, let's moving on to the next step. Alright guys, now we're going to go ahead, before we put this on the grill while it's heating up, we're going to go ahead and baste this sauce. And I'm actually using a mixture of 2 sauces here. The Dreamland Barbecue, which is a local barbecue restaurant here in Mobile. It's a little bit vinegary. And then this Rufus Teague's here, it's a bourbon maple type deal, but it's really sweet. So we got vinegary and sweet, and we're mixing the 2, which I've already done here. We're going to go ahead and baste both sides of this, these 2 slices of brisket here. Being careful, we don't want to lose that crust that's on there. Remember, it's still moist. Alright guys, as you can see, I just threw this on the grill. We're just trying to caramelize this barbecue sauce that we got on there. So let's cut this bad boy up. We just pulled it. As you notice, when I cut this to begin with, I cut it against the grain. So let's see. It's very tender. You can see it's just kind of falling apart here. Wow. Look how tender that is. Wow. Alright, we're going to give this a little bit of a taste here. It's so tender. Dude, that's off the chain. Alright, here's my verdict. If you don't have a smoker, or you don't have time to smoke a beef brisket, this right here is where it's at. I mean, really, it's got a smokiness with all that rub and everything. The barbecue sauce, it is freaking phenomenal. Beef brisket, guys, in your pressure cooker, you gotta do